It's 18 February 2026 and you're watching a business log. I restarted the gym. I don't believe that it's necessary. Like, I don't think you need to go to the gym in order to have a successful business. Like, that doesn't necessarily make sense. But because you're the one who produces for your business, like you're the core engine of the business, you have to take care of the engine, you know what I mean? So that's why support can be super important. Overall, business-wise, I would say that the main thing I did is identifying the bottlenecks and some of the leverage points. You have only 24 hours in a day, right? So you cannot work forever. If you want to increase your productivity, it's very simple. You have to find leverage, right? So you have to find how, in the same amount of time or same amount of effort, you can produce more. So you have to obviously identify the bottlenecks, like what is the constraint, like what prevents me from being more productive, from going faster than my current pace. For me, it was the fact that I had only one client. So I'm dependent on their internal replies, on their internal system. Like if they take a long time to reply to me because they have to check everything on their side, like I'm dependent on that. So that's my bottleneck at the moment. So right now, what I've been doing and what I'm gonna keep doing is reaching out to more clients. So what I do is that I identify plants and botanicals in Europe, which can be interesting for the cosmetic markets in Asia, right? So what I had been doing is that I was doing a massive amount of research to find those plants, to list like so many plants which are endemic to Europe, okay? And then researching like cosmetic potential. And obviously this works, but it's really slow process. It's a really slow process. So I thought, how can I make that like so much quicker, you know? Again, it might sound so logical, but you have to think about it, you know, to make it. And it's the principle behind it, which is interesting. So obviously what I did is that I started targeting things that I know are not famous yet, but already have cosmetic potential. So instead of just finding a list of plants and checking for each of them their cosmetic potential, what I did is that I'm checking the research papers on plants which already have cosmetic potentials but are not famous yet and have the potential to be famous and to be more used in the market. I've reached out to a project which is funded by the EU. I can't say too much about it because a part of it is like private, and also I don't want to get ahead of myself and start like considering it as a success, even though I have no idea if it's gonna work or not yet. That's it. Like the lesson that I've learned basically is to identify bottlenecks and see how you can build leverage on every aspect, and doing it progressively, you know, incrementally. That's super powerful. So what I'm gonna be doing this week is trying to reach out to more clients, trying to find ways of leveraging these suppliers, finding raw materials and ingredients, plants, botanicals, which already work and which I can present to my clients. And overall, that's another point. I've noticed that since this project, I've really started to go all in, at least way more than before. In the past, I used to be really scared of going all in. Like I had many ventures. Like I had many projects for entrepreneurship, like business projects, but I never really went all in because I was always scared of failing. Like, you know, deep inside I was scared of, okay, what if it doesn't work, you know? And I realized that as soon as I had a proof that this is actually valuable, you know, having just one client, it starts with only one, just the first step, you know. Once that step was validated, now I realize that, okay, this actually has potential. So this can work, you know. It's not what if it doesn't work, what if it works? What if it actually works? And it's kind of a switch, something that switched in my head that made me now able to go all in and not care if maybe it's, you know, I don't care if it's not gonna work. Like I've tried so many things that didn't actually work, that one more project doesn't matter, you know. But I know that this project has potential. I know it because there's market opportunities, you know, in it, like actual value. There's market growth behind it. So I've started to just think like, what worst case scenario, it doesn't work out, it doesn't matter. You can't be ready for everything. There's so many things which you can't be ready for. like the actual real life stuff. You have to practice it. And I'm facing, like every day I'm facing things which I had no idea about, which I didn't know it worked like this. I don't know how to do it, but I have to do it. And that's totally fine. It's like a game. It's literally like a game. And so when I'm talking to some professionals and they ask me to do something or they expect me to do something, I just go for it, because what's the worst case scenario? Like, I get a bit ridiculized. Like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. That's the price to pay to have the opportunity to maybe have a chance to succeed. You know what I mean? You have to pay that price of like being a bit ridiculized or being uncomfortable, because there's a mismatch between what is expected from you and what you can actually do. But that's, in this gap is where the learning happens, you know. My mindset is that you should learn while you do. Obviously, you need to build bases and fundamentals. There's some things that if you don't know it, like no matter what you do, it's gonna be really, really hard to learn. But overall, you should put yourself in situations that's gonna make you grow and learn. And overall, you need to be confident that you can solve problems. See you later. Until next time.